Alright, so I just recently started trapping in my backyard for rabbits and stuff. And the first set, I was trying to see what was living under my stairs, and it turned out to be a cat. So I got a cat, and then I wanted to catch this rabbit that keeps coming in my backyard. So I set two sets. They were dirt hole sets. I put some lettuce, some carrot, and apple in there, and then I made it so I'd funnel them in through this one spot, and I had a Duke 1.5 out on each of them, and I got them. So let's go check that out. I'm pretty excited. Oh, I got my rabbit right here. Right there's that. Yeah, he tore up this set. There's that Duke 1.5 on there, and then here, just so you can see how I had my setup. This is how I had my setup. I had my dirt hole set up. Had some good backing. And then right there is where my trap is. And I got that one over there. So, yeah, I'm real excited. Hopefully, I'll skin him and get his pelt, his fur. Yeah, he's real nervous. Alright, let's get him dispatched, and I'll show you him afterwards. Alright, so I got him dispatched here. Really good looking rabbit. Good fur. Yeah, a little bloody, but oh, look at that. Perfect paw catch. Got him on both the front paws here. This is just where he was rubbing at. It is a big trap for a rabbit. Perfect paw catch though. This Duke 1.5 did its job really well and held my rabbit here very nicely. I'm gonna try and save that fur, try and tannerize it, but yeah, let's go ahead and get this sucker cleaned up. Well, I got that rabbit cleaned up, got him skinned up. Look at that. Didn't do the greatest job, but I sure as hell didn't do the worst on getting that pelt. I'm gonna tannerize that so it'll be like a leather, and I mean, look at that. Look at that. Oh, man. Here's our hunk of meat. Obviously needs washing, but that's a day well done in my opinion. Yeehaw. See you guys later. So here's my rabbit pelt. Um, and I put salt on it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this salt, that's getting tough. I'm gonna let that salt sit on there for 48 hours. Then I'm going to flush it. Then I'm going to get egg yolks and smear the egg yolk all over here. Let it sit for another 48 hours with a damp towel over it. Then I wash it off with soap, wash out the fur and the hide, and it's done. So this has already been sitting for about 24 hours, maybe a little less. Oh, super soft, super soft. But yeah, I'm gonna let this sit for another 24 hours. Then the egg yolk bath for another 48 hours after I flush it. Once you get the salt off, you flush it. Yeah, after all that, wash it off, and I'm gonna have a very nice rabbit pelt. First trapped rabbit pelt. So, yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys along with the process. So it's been 48 hours with the salt on there. Now I'm gonna break all that salt off and get them fleshed. And then we've got our egg yolk here. Cover them with egg yolk, damp towel over top, 48 hours, and then he should be done after I pull him. So let's get him, get all this salt off and get him fleshed. Alright, I know it's a crappy angle, but it's the only way I can get my phone up. So I'm sitting here. Here's that flesh, right? I don't know if you can see that very well, but all you gotta do is pull that away from that hide. Get all the membrane off. You'll know you got it all the way down to the leather, because the leather isn't slimy, it's slick. So pull that off. I had to rehydrate mine because that salt dried it out really good. Oh, there we go. Oh, boy, that's slick. Whew. Oh. Yeah, it definitely ain't easy. And I mean, if it's your first time trying to preserve a hide, don't worry, it's mine too. So, yeah, I'm just trying to work this down. I mean, I'm sure there's a tool out there for it, but this is my first time doing it. So, I didn't think I'd necessarily need one, or didn't know I'd need one. But then I got him in my trap, and I was like, well, boy, gonna be fun taking care of that. It's a pain in the butt, so I'm just gently trying to work that membrane up with my knife here. Don't put a hole in your hide or your leather. That's gonna suck, and it's gonna make this process way worse. I've got like, I think 2 holes that grew. They started off real small, but they grew real quick, especially with this pollen process. Ooh, best be careful, because like when this rabbit's wet here, ugh, look at all that. When this rabbit's wet, his hide or his leather is real, what's that word? Fragile. There you go, that's that word. Just see, my knife isn't extremely sharp, and that's gonna help me with this spit, because if I had a sharp knife, it'd go right through his leather or his hide. It's a pain in the butt, dear Lord. There we go. Nope, maybe not. So yeah, if your hide is really salty and dried out, you're gonna need to rehydrate it in a bucket of water. That's what I had to do, because it was down here, down at this bit, it was rock hard. Oh, there's that one hole there. So there we go, that's working a lot better. So yeah, in this process right here, you have to take your time. So you're doing this whole process to make it last right, so why rush it and put a hole in it if you don't already have a couple? Um, yeah, there's definitely some fleshy bits. That all that fat and flesh needs to come off, or else it'll rot. And then there goes your hide that you spent all that work. Like, look, see that fat? Ugh, you don't want none of that. You gotta take it and you gotta trim all your sides here, or at least I'm gonna have to. So there's quite a bit of fleshy stuff. You don't want none of that. Let's hope I don't cut myself doing this. Ugh, look at that fat, just disintegrates. What the hell is he doing in there? See, right on that corner, I just put a hole in there. Don't want to do that. Shoot. I'm gonna have to cut it there so it doesn't grow. It's the last thing you want. Put a hole in there. Let's get working on this main bit. Look how detailed this is, though. His ears and everything. Boy. Once this is done, it's gonna look so good. Bit of fat. Let's I wouldn't use a knife. Damn, I just put a hole in that bit. Yeah, you gotta definitely not go too deep. Don't make the mistakes I'm making. This definitely ain't easy, and it is 100% time consuming. What the hell is he doing in there? He's making a ruckus, ain't he? What the heck are you doing, man? There we go. There we go. It'd be a lot easier if I had nails. Let's do this. I just cut it. It'd be a lot easier to the women, that's for sure. Come on now. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna keep working on this and I'll get back with you guys when I'm done. It's gonna take a while. So here's the rabbit. As you can see, there is a few tears. Don't use your fingers. Use your blade and carefully scratch it. Like there's like that bit there. Like was not easy. And as you can see though, the hide stretched out quite a bit. And that's when it got brittle. I just rubbed the egg yolk on there, and now I'm gonna put a damp paper towel over the top, or damp towel, and it's gonna sit there for 48 hours. Hopefully everything's gonna go well, because like I said, like look at the edges. Yeah, I really wish I wasn't pushing it, because these tears there, it's dumb. It's just a lot of dumb crap. So yeah, I'll get back with you guys in 48 hours. Hopefully this hide, this tanning process works, because it is a nice rabbit. Look at that fucking tear. Alright, goodbye. So here is my rabbit pelt 48 hours after I put the egg on there, and you can see it. See, I could not get this bit fleshed, and I know I'm probably gonna have to pour a bunch of salt on it and get some raw leather, dry it out so it don't rot. But look at that. That is tanned. That worked. That's incredible. Yeah, I've got tears. That's why I stopped trying to flesh this, because it was not working. But that's a big pelt, man. That's a big old pelt, but I am very glad that worked out. And like up here, I'm gonna need to salt the hell out of it. Luckily, I got some salt right there. So, yeah, so now I'm gonna go get some soap. I'm gonna wash this guy off, probably fill a bucket up full of water. And yeah, then I'm going to literally absolutely coat the hell out of this bit up by where the head was, and then I'm probably gonna have to trim that stuff, or just salt it till it's jerky. I'll probably go get my knife to trim that, because look at that. Oh, it's peeling off. Now it wants to come off. Alright, I'm gonna put this up and I'm gonna get to work on cleaning this off and trimming the edges. I'll get back with you guys. Got him all trimmed up and washed and salted now. Now, there's a little more. I'm going real heavy on this salt, especially on the head, because the head and the nose, I stuffed the nose, was the parts that I was worried about. But I'm gonna salt the rest of it real good too, especially down towards the tail, the lower bit of that, because that's where the parts I wasn't able to flesh very well. But I'm gonna let him sit here for probably a day, maybe about a day, a little longer. I'm not sure, but I just want to make sure that this, just push that down in there, make sure it gets in all those crevices. I want to make sure that this head is salted good and gets dried out. I don't want it to rot. This is the first rabbit I've trapped. Oh. And I would hate for it to go to waste. Like that is just a nightmare to me. Seeing though how that process did and how it did a good job, that gives me hope that this pelt is salvageable. Because I was dumb and I salted it before I fleshed it and just made it a pain. It started tearing, but this is gonna be a beautiful hide when it is done and it is all dried out. This tail is also something I'm worried about because I just cut it right there at the joint on the bone. Because, you know, this is the first animal I've really skinned. Like I said, my dad never really took me hunting, so this is my test run, and I'm really hoping I don't mess it up because this is the first for me. Let me just make sure these ears are good and dry too. Just don't want nothing to be wet and start rotting because then I lose that pelt. This is non-iodized salt, so I'm not gonna have to worry about hair loss. Even though when I trimmed it, a lot of hair came with it. Like I said, first time I've done it, I definitely would not do it the way I did. There's a little bit of salt in here. May as well just make sure this head is done really good. There we go. That's empty. Load up on salt. Because I just went through that entire container of salt in this pelt. I know I did a lot of salt, but you want a lot of salt. Make sure everything's good. Don't do it the way I did. Do it a different way. Look up somebody who knows what they're doing. And for the love of God, flesh your pelt before you salt it. That was the only mistake. Yeah, I'm gonna get back with you when this is all salted out. So this is a very long video, but may as well. I haven't posted one in a while. Yeah, I'll get back with you guys when this is all done and dried out. Well guys, here is my pelt. It is all done and looking good. Yeah, ain't the greatest thing, but it sure ain't the worst, especially for like a first time doing it. Super soft, still a little salty like there, but that'll come off over time. I really like the pelt, and it's gonna be a great addition on my wall with my axes and hatchets and pellet pistols and stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I should be uploading more now with trapping stuff. So yeah, subscribe.